Certain me, peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the MMA expert, and Paul Villarreal, the NBA expert, is here. And we might do an NBA video later. We definitely will later tonight after the game. But right now we're talking about Nick Diaz versus GSP. George St-Pierre is the first super fight that has been announced and signed. It's going down, and this is it. Everybody's talking about this. It's at welterweight, and you have the Strikeforce champion Nick Diaz versus the UFC long-standing champion George St-Pierre. And this, I think everybody knows, should be a war. Now, Paul, people are already starting to buzz about it. First of all personal opinion, not alleged facts, content, spurs on for entertainment, parody purpose only. Check the disclaimers. How do you see this fight going? Because I can see this fight going a number of different ways. But what's your take on this? Number one, I want to know what you think about this fight. Now, we don't need to make any predictions now, and I'm not going to make a prediction now because I have to see the stuff, the training, and everything like that, number one. But just at the high level, number one. Number two, how excited are you for this fight? And do you think it's the right fight to do right now? Tell me what's up.
John and CNN viewers, I am excited for this fight.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's GSP versus Anderson Silva level.
Right.
I think a lot of people would rather see that fight than
right.
this fight. But if you're not going to get that fight, I think this fight's
is the fight.
The next best thing.
That's it. See, that's what I think too.
So I am excited for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Nick Diaz can potentially give GSP a good fight, a good scrap. People have been wanting to see that in GSP's division. And, yeah, let's get it on.
Let's get it on. If you're not going to get Anderson Silva versus GSP, this is the fight that you want to see, and I'm excited about it. Now, here's what I think. I think that what's great about Nick Diaz is he's coming to fight every time. He's coming to make it a war every time. It's going to be in your face. It's going to be pressing it. It's going to be jabs. It's going to be hooks. It's going to be body shots. It's going to be on the ground, wherever. Nick can fight. Wherever the fight goes, Nick can fight, and he's going to bring a fight. So we know that. We've seen that with Paul Daly. We've seen the whole situation. It doesn't matter. Plenty of fights. My concern here, and I've said it before, that, I'm concerned if I'm like Nick Diaz or his corner, that Nick Diaz is going to get muscled around by GSP. GSP is too strong, and it could become a lay and pray situation. Diego Alves, or even when he fought Fish, type of stuff. Now, the difference is that Nick's got some very strong jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and Nick can fight very well off his back. But I mean, the thing, my concern is with just at a high level is that when Nick or his brother Nate, they're very, very good. Nick's even better, obviously, champion, no question. And I think that Nick has gotten a lot better over the years. But when they hit that sort of elite level, it's kind of like, it's in the past it's been too much for it. We don't really know with Nick now because, it's like, okay, well, you've been champion for a long time, been undefeated. Yeah, I thought maybe you struggled a little bit against Cyborg there, Evangelista. I don't know about that, but that was a little bit. But at the same time, you still won, So, look, it's going to be interesting. I do think that that GSP has I still think GSP has a significant advantage here. What I really like, though, about physically wise, I think that GSP is just stronger, more athletic, everything like that. With some caveats that we're going to bring in right now. I like this matchup in a lot of ways for Diaz because if Nick doesn't get tied up, if he doesn't get out-muscled, then GSP, I think, is in a world of trouble. Because in Nick Diaz, you have someone on the flip side athletically. There's no way and there's nobody that can convince me that GSP has anywhere near the functional, if not the absolute, but definitely the functional endurance or cardio as Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz goes out there and cranks out triathlons, okay? I mean, Nick Diaz can keep it going for 5 rounds hardcore and can just, do a Kawasaki and wear you out. And I mean, I also know that, like, Nick Diaz is not afraid to stand in there and just bang with anyone. We've seen that. He's proven that. Even when he's been stung. What about GSP? I've questioned GSP's mental toughness before, and I've outlined how I think you beat GSP, everything like that. Obviously, we've given him respect. He's a great champion, everything like that. No doubt about it. But I'm saying if you look at not necessarily even holes, but if you look at weaker aspects of his game, that, in my opinion, is absolutely a weaker aspect of his game. We've seen that, in my personal opinion. Now, so I think that Nick Diaz can exert the kind of pressure, mentally, pace-wise, physically, to GSP. We also know that Nick Diaz absolutely has great hands and can strike and will be there. His boxing is strong and it's been improving. And so there's no question that Nick Diaz is going to do what you need to do to beat GSP, which is get in his grill. And there's no question that he's going to push a hard pace. There's no question that he can strike. And there's also no question that he is definitely fluid on the ground as well. The question is whether he's going to, what kind of strength and ground game and wrestling type of stuff is GSP going to be able to impose on Nick Diaz, and how Nick Diaz, reacts to that. But at the same time, you get hit with a good shot, that could change all the game plan. Now, even if GSP is able to muscle around Diaz and do the things that I'm afraid that he's going to be able to do to Diaz, if Diaz gets in there and stings GSP with one of those shots he's hit daily with, that can change the whole fight right there. Paul, do you agree with my high-level gloss on this? We're not making predictions now on this. And how do you see the fight going?
I do agree with your take on the fight. It's going to be like that. I mean, GSP is going to want to get within Nick Diaz's range. He's going to want to muscle him. I don't think he's going to want to stand and trade with him. Nick is a long, tall guy that has, pretty solid boxing skills. I don't think that's what GSP is going to want to have happen.
No, exactly. So we're not going to see a cost check fight. GSP is going to try to do a Diego Alves or John Fitch type fight, and we're going to see if Diaz can handle that and can neutralize that and work off of that. But I do think that in general, the longer the fight goes, the better it is for Nick Diaz. If Nick Diaz can, stop or at least get up, either stop GSP's shot or get up off the ground. And that's really the biggest thing. Can you stop GSP from taking you down, and can you get up or at least put GSP in danger off your back? That's to me, that's the whole thing of this fight. Because if that can happen, then anything can happen with Nick Diaz. Like Jake Shields, he's cool, but we're not going to see a Jake Shields type fight. And look, Jake did some good things in there. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, Nick Diaz is going to throw a ton of punches on GSP if he is able to keep standing. So, look, this is exciting. Everyone's talking about this. The first super fight. You tell me what's up. How do you see this fight going? Again, we're not making predictions. This is a high-level gloss here. I'm going to look at both camps. I'm going to see what's going on. We're going to be hopefully talking to some people about this and bring you all the good stuff that we want to do. But we want to open it up right here to you. You tell me, do you like this fight? Are you excited for it? Who do you see winning on this fight? Also, both fighters have a while to prepare for this fight. How do you think they're going to prepare, and how does that change the dynamic? Tell me what's going on. Comments below, subscribe above. I'm John DeVille, the MMA expert. There's Paul Villarreal, the NBA expert. And be sure to watch all other cool videos, including our reaction to tonight's NBA Finals game, Heat versus Mavericks. We'll see you next time.